Hey there, it's Alex, and welcome to Hardly Workin'. Today, I wanted you to meet my family.
Hey there, it's Alex. Wrench in one hand, coffee in the other. Trading CNC and deadlines for mischief, mayhem, and bother. From the shop to the cornfields, from the drill press to the stars. Retirement's calling, aliens are crawling, time to banish those green Mars bars. Hardly working, hardly sleeping, but I'm still on the hunt. Aliens, odd jobs, and dad jokes, yes, I'll confront. Retirement's weird, but hey, no boss, just cosmic toys. Tune in now for some rusty tools, UFOs, employee of the boys. Yeah, I'm supposed to relax, but I found a ray gun in the garage. Welcome to
The arches and walkways of this somewhat special dwelling sit on a hillside high above Melrose Avenue near Western in the Hollywood area, and tradition. Even at a tilt, the towers are no stranger than their sound. The queen of this castle is Mrs. Veronica Korens, a bouncing housewife who moves with the music, and so do her feet. In fact, they make the music. This household has another member with musical feet. Daughter Angela is also addicted. Son William also is willing to kick out a tune on this strange device which puts a dangerous new weapon into the hands or the feet of tap dancers. The inventor and builder of this stomped-on xylophone is the father of the household, Alex Korens. But the beauty of it is when mother and daughter both tickle the singing floorboards at once. The view from inside the house is just as astonishing. Never mind what the neighbors think, the family that plays together stays together. They will even do this in public for a fee. This is the only family capable of this kind of thing, but the supply of soft shoe musicians seems inexhaustible. Even Alex Jr. is following in father's footsteps. Ray Duncan, KNBC News.
Yeah, that was my family. My family tap danced on a xylophone for a living. You like the way I stole the scene at the end? Yeah, so this is pretty much my life growing up. My dad, he was born in Hungary, I think in 1913. He grew up very poor and he went to art school. He became an artist and a lithographer, but he had a dream. He loved tap dancing and he wanted to build a xylophone that you could tap dance on. This was like his dream. This was his idea. This was his magic. And he worked on that. He first married a woman named Irene, and I don't think that lasted. And then he married another woman named, I think, Julia. And they had two daughters. One of them was Julia and the other one was Angela. And they divorced also. This was my dad's second divorce. And Julia went with her mother, and Angela went with my father. And my father pretty much groomed my sister into being part of the act, the tap dancing act. And they were performing all over Europe. My dad's dream was coming true. And they were performing all over Europe. I think he met my mom. My dad met my mom in 1946, I believe. My mom was living in a city called Zrenjanin, which was right on the border of Hungary and Serbia. And they met there, and they fell in love and got married. So this is after 2 divorces. My father was, I believe, close to 15 years older than my mom. My mom was 19 years old when she married. But my mom also joined the troupe. The tap dancing family, my dad's dream. And they were performing. They performed in Europe. But as you know, it was the end of World War II and the onset of communism. And during the revolution of 56, I believe, they tried to escape. They tried to escape and they got caught. They were put into a prison for somewhere between 6 months to a year. And when they got out of prison, they escaped again and continued with their lives. They left Hungary, and I think they went to Sweden at that point. My dad, Angela, my half-sister from his first marriage, and my mom. And they took on the role and continued to perform as this tap dancing family. My sister was the one who came in and did most of the performance. My dad and my sister would be performing most of the time. But my mom got into it later. She really didn't enjoy it. I never got the impression that she enjoyed it. I think she did it because she felt she had to. But my sister and my dad was the main act for a long time. And they were traveling all over Europe. They went to Asia. They went to Australia. They were performing all over the place. And they ended up in Los Angeles. They went to San Francisco and then came down to Hollywood. And at that point, me and my brother Willie were born. And my sister got married and she left, she left home. And by the time I was born, she was 19 years older than me. She'd already left the house. And so my mom and my dad continued the performance, and then later brought me and my brother into it. So I grew up in this family that basically tap danced, and we would go on the road for months at a time and perform at Legion halls and county fairs and just wherever, my dad's agent would find a place to book them. And they were pretty busy doing that. And so I grew up doing that. And then when I was about 4 or 5 years old, me and my brother, he was grooming us he was teaching us how to tap dance and got us into the act. I think his idea was, well, we'll just let the kids take over. But unfortunately, in 1975, my dad got leukemia. It was very quick, and he passed away from that. And that was the end of the Korens. That was the end of the tap dancing act, My sister, she still has the bones of the xylophone at her house in the yard in Yucca Valley. But that was the end of that. And we have these memories and these films that I'm sharing with you here today to kind of show that this is really kind of a special part of my life. That when I was a kid, I just hated it. I didn't know why my parents just couldn't be a clerk and a nurse or something normal. It was kind of, I didn't want the attention. But now I look back at it, I think it was really kind of interesting, really kind of special. A small act, but I mean, this was my dad's dream. So I hope you enjoy these reels that I have that were digitized, and it's a proud part of my life. Anyways, enjoy some of the performances.